My name is Laura and I am life and business coach. And today I will talk about the event or one particular seminar I attended at the event, which is 1 month long university. It's alternative education. It took place in Croatia, and so it brought together around 1,000 people from over 50 or 70 countries. And basically, during this 1 month, people were studying different subjects related to the personal growth and also business development. And owner and founder of Mind Valley University, who is author of Code of Extraordinary Mind, was giving insight in his new book that will come out in May next year. And today I will try to give you some ideas that I found interesting during this presentation. So why would you listen to what I have to say? First of all, I am proud that I have this value or personal quality that I'm truly curious person, and I spend on average 25 to 50 hours a month gaining new knowledge and practicing different things related to personal development. I have studied or been interested in corporate culture since around 2007 when I was finishing my bachelor's studies, and I was writing a paper on how corporate events influence the corporate environment and internal communication. And at that time I was also working at the event agency, and it was truly, truly amazing topic for me. I didn't get very good grade, but I really had fun writing the paper. I also have around 10 years of experience working in corporations, and that includes law firms and financial advisory firms. And I have always been in roles that are somehow related to the corporate culture or HR. I have been in marketing, in process improvement, in communication as well. And 2 years ago, approximately, I found out a new methodology, which is coaching, and this is something that finally gives me the missing piece for doing what I really like to do. So let me start with taking a look at the companies. You all know that the companies are very different. And Vishen in his presentation was dividing companies in 5 different levels. I'm not going to talk about first 2 levels because those companies don't really need to improve their culture. These are companies at this point. These are companies that where people are unhappy and they believe that the world is not a happy place. And example for those kind of organizations could be, for example, prisons. On the left side, there are 3rd level companies where you could say that major motivation there or major quality there is that people believe that in order for them to be successful, they have to compete with each other for the resources, for the best team members, for the bonuses, salaries, and anything. And they also are competing with other companies outside in the outer world. On the very right side, there are companies that are truly, truly vision-driven. There isn't any existing competition inside the company or outside the company because they somehow believe that what they are creating is true value, and they believe in cooperation. The more they will cooperate with others inside and out, the better value they will be able to give to this world. And in the middle are companies that do not compete inside. They think the company is amazing and they cooperate, but they believe that there is great competition outside. So on the left side, it's approximately 50% of the companies in the modern world, and on the very right side are few, and the example could be Tesla. And in the middle, here would be companies like Google or Facebook or Apple. For example, Google will say, we are amazing, we have amazing culture, but we don't really like the guys in Facebook. So this is it. So before I move a little bit on with the content that Vishen was giving, I want to recap or bring you back to basics a little bit and give you an overview where the values and vision stand in the organization. So everything begins with the people who have some kind of needs. They are different people, but they need something. Then there's a group of people who share the same values or share the same vision, and they have different skills. Those are ABC. And they decide to come together, and they have a vision that they will create something truly valuable for the people to make them happy, to satisfy their needs. And the people, of course, they want that, and they say, okay, we will buy that. And then there are other people with different values, with different skills, and they either join the company as the workers who help to create the value, or they become probably someone who are consuming the value the company is creating. So I want you to remember this perspective, or this very basic. And the reason I want you to do that is, if you look at, for example, at the baby. So baby is born, he or she has the full potential in life. But if they're not very lucky and their parents are not very conscious, they grow up with some conditioning, with some programs, and with limiting beliefs. And at some point in their life, they might see, oh my God, this is not where I want it to be. I want something different in my life. And then they start self-development and redefining who they are. And similar thing can happen to the companies. So they start as a startup full of dreams, and if their leaders are not super conscious, the vision and the values might get compromised. And then there's a point where they decide, okay, we need to do something about it. And this is where the next part comes in. What you can do about it when you realize that you need to do something about it. So, what are the major drivers or motivators for people to come to work or to work? These are abundance, growth, happiness, and meaning. And in very basic, it means that abundance would stand for money and for bonuses, maybe some knowledge and experience. Growth would be climbing the career ladder, gaining new also knowledge and experience. Happiness, I'm sure you all have heard of the Harvard Business Study about how happy relationships or successful, fulfilling relationships contribute to the happiness of the lives of the people. And meaning, the most obvious would be, of course, the vision and the mission. But we will go deeper in that. So Vishen takes these major motivational factors and puts them together with the Maslow pyramid. This is extended one. I don't think the self-transcendence was there before. And what he says that basically by satisfying the higher levels of the personal needs, you can actually give people the things that they are looking for when they come and choose your company to work. If we think about the love and belonging level that is for happiness, that is about relationship, one interesting thing that he suggests or recommends is ensuring the high positive intelligence environment. This is a PQ. And what does positive intelligence mean? It basically means that you have positive thoughts in your head every day, and you have negative thoughts, sabotaging thoughts. which is judgment, which is doubt, which is being super perfect about something. Whereas the positive thoughts are those where you recognize your inner strengths, your outer strengths, and you think about them. So if you promote in your workplace environment that is helping you to think positively, this is a great way to contribute to this love and belonging and happiness level of the employees. Also, Vision highly recommends to organize events where people can actually connect and do it during the working hours, because sometimes people have different priorities and their private life or friendships might be more important for them than the work they're doing. And he also talks about the quality kindness, which is probably not something that that is widely spread in the organizations, but it's very important. The next level is abundance and esteem. So I said already that the obvious ways are salary and bonuses, but it's not only about that. The esteem level talks about that people want to be recognized for who they really are, for their personal personal dreams, ambitions, and visions and goals. And he suggests 3 most important question exercise, which is also available on Google. You can find it, but I will give you a brief insight. So what he has done in Mind Valley, whenever a new employee joins the company, they are asked to write their vision or dreams or goals in 3 areas, and those are their vision and desired experiences, their growth, and their contribution. Meaning that the experience is what they want to have in their private life or also in work or professionally, growth they want to achieve, and contribution they want to give to the world. And when they do that, they put it all on the giant wall, and everybody can see that. And what it gives is that people can go to the wall and get to know each other much better on a deeper level. And maybe they can even help each other to fulfill their dreams. For example, there was an example that someone has written on the wall that they want to go to Nepal, and there are 4 other people who want to do that. So the people come together and they create a hiking trip in Nepal. When taking this exercise, it's very important to divide what is means goal and what is the end goal. The major difference between that is that you do means goal because you want to achieve actually something else. So, for example, if I say I want to go to the university to get a degree in law, so I can get a good job at the great law firm, so I can grow to the partner level, so I can get freedom and resources to travel the world. Going to the university is not the end goal. The end goal is the freedom, the resources, and the traveling the world. And when you define your goals, it's very important to think about the end goals, what you actually want, because the process of achieving the goal actually might be different that you might initially thought. So another important thing on this level is appreciation and gratitude. And exercise for this that Vishen has recommended and tried in his company is a 2-minute gratitude habit that people do every day they spend 2 minutes sending a little letter to their colleague saying thank you about something. Thank you for doing this or that for that. And this is something that the previous colleagues just said, and that could be a great tool for doing that. Okay. The next level is growth, and this is something where the values come in. And basically, it's very important on this level that you have shared values with the among the people that work there, with the company. That company supports these values because around those you organize activities that help people to grow, not only as a professionals, but also as individuals. And the example here could be, so let's say you organize an event, and if you have a value that you are healthy and fit people, and that is something that is important for all the organization, you wouldn't order food that is unhealthy, Coke, fast food, and things like that. And this is how the values live in your organization. It's also important to give autonomy to your people, so they don't feel that they are forced to accept the values, to accept the vision, but they make the choice to do that. And if they feel it internally that they actually want to live up to that, they will be much more encouraged, much more engaged to do that. How to find the real value? This is a coaching question. So basically, colleagues already shared how they came to their values, but the simple way to do that is basically keep asking the question why. Why is that? Why do you want what you want? And you will come to the very short phrases or single words why exactly you want to do that, this or that. And whenever you think about some activities or some actions, it's very important that people can relate to that and they can find what's in it for them personally. This I will skip. And the final level is self-transcendence or meaning. And like I said, the obvious is actually the vision and the mission, but it's not only about that. It's also about taking a stand for something more important than just a person's individual values and visions, and more than organizations' values and visions. It's going beyond that. And I want to show you a video to illustrate that.
We are going to build the wall.
I stand for love.
I stand for peace.
I stand for unity,
education,
the environment,
Equality. I stand for refugees.
In an age of dangerous politics, don't let bullies force you to sit down.
to tell you you're being too political or unpatriotic,
When you speak your truth.
To tell you
you can't stand tall.
or that you don't belong here. Speak up, rise up,
unite.
And to those who dare to stand,
So basically, this level is about creating that internal feeling that we are something more. We can make an impact in this world that actually matters. And if you are able to give that to your people that you work with in the company, I think it will make them loyal and willing to be part of your company for a long time. So I had a lot of pressure of being very short and present you half-day presentation in 20-30 minutes. I think I'm good, yeah? Perfect. So just to conclude that, to make sure that the activities you do in your company are engaging and people are willing to participate, you have to make sure that they are based on shared values, that they are aligned with your vision, that they help to achieve personal goals of the people, and that they promote growth, abundance, happiness, and meaning.